Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? And I'm back with another video. I'm gonna do for y'all. The video I'm gonna do is a video about the basically the Hispanic population in my state. I'm talking about this video about the Hispanic population in my state. They got a bill back 11 years ago. It's called the HB 56 bill. It's kind of more of a anti Latino bill that they rather been had signed back over 11 years ago. So the video I'm gonna do a video about the Hispanics in my state. Why it's growing, and so here we go. Okay, my state Alabama has a large Hispanic population here. So is it? So I think my state Alabama has the largest Latinos here in how back over 11 years ago, back around 2011, and I think our former governor was Robert Bentley. Yeah, he signed a little bill a time ago to where he was signing a bill to where he will keep Latinos from coming here as illegally, but and so I feel like he signed a little anti Latino bill a time ago to where it will keep people from coming here. Someone to come here illegally, someone to come from another country, but I feel like this type of thing equally can basically divide Alabama though by someone who is Latino, but yeah my and so I thought Latino had grew 5.3% over the last no for years. I think people that come to the state, like folks who move to my state is Hispanics, a couple of Asian people, Koreans, like some more of them much people that want to want to thrive and and want to move to a state. And so I feel like when he was yeah I feel like when he signed that bill, Mister he tried to divide my state, to where people who are very much illegally, like some people don't want someone who's basically coming here legally because they feel like they're putting the whole state at risk of drug traffickers, someone who's someone involving like sex trafficking, drug trafficking, that type of stuff. But I think Hispanics give a bad rep for being a targeted group in my state to where they would target Hispanics for being basically drug dealers, and they trying to hide do stuff in the probably their place, but like some Hispanics very good people though. Like some Hispanics, want to work, want to have a job, and want to raise their family. But it's about this bill kind of affect jobs, businesses, schools. Like they own it. Like some Hispanics own businesses, and so I feel like this type of bill affected them badly though, to where they can some other state though, like some basically left Alabama for another state like California or other places, but because it gets too much more harsher. Like some states don't allow the bill to be passed, like because it can affect people as a whole, like Hispanics who very much being affected by them not trying to thrive. And so I feel like it gets very much harder to make it here because someone who's a Hispanic, someone who's living alien, someone don't know the people's biased views of a people. It's and so I feel like this being kind of fit the people though back then to where Hispanics had left. Like some had stayed here. Some had left the state. Because it gets too much more too much more harsher. Basically by the laws of it. And so I feel like laws of my state it can keep folks from coming to my state to get a job or work here, but and so I feel like my state of the Hispanics it grew probably over the last couple of years, probably at 5.3% rate. So I feel like my state has the largest Hispanics here, because it gets to where people got learn on how to keep people here, on not let people leave because it gets to where people who want to like come to the state thrive, but and so I feel like it can't get very much harsh for people who try to make it here because it gets to the point where like cops are trying to find out who they are, and they trying like trying to I say I say I say harass people though because they're not black or white, anything. But so I feel like like some Hispanics get getting harassed by the officers, and like some getting harassed, some get talked about, some getting arrested for a crime. And so I feel like if you do a crime in a statement means that you can't get deported back to where it came from. Like some Hispanics get deported back to where they came from because they do a crime. Like crimes can be like no raping, no drug smuggling, sex trafficking, prostitution, anything that can be illegal. But like so I feel like Hispanics it gets get too much more a bad rep by my state to where like it still can be much more biased towards Hispanics. If you're Hispanic person, means that you want to work, man. You want to have a job to raise your family, but like it gets like sometimes it gets too much more to where people who want to live here, because they feel like the rent here is very much cheaper. Like some other places can be much higher and basically on how cheap rent can be cheaper here. But so I feel like Hispanics want to move here because the rent is cheaper here to like live here. The wages is very much lower anyway. So I feel like even other state in the world is cheaper. Has cheapest rent. Has the I said lowest wages for jobs, but and so I think Hispanics, you know, I said want to work, want to have a good quality life here, but and so I feel like yeah, I think back like a couple years ago, back over 11 years ago, to when the HB 568 had came um the picture means that all them Hispanics want to step up and want to defeat this law that keeps people from coming here, but to thrive and everything. But and so I think the past couple years, and I think if the HB 5 6 had stopped, you know, and so I think they had won the whole thing. So I feel like they had won the whole thing, to where like a couple Hispanics is here to basically want to work, want to have a job, to support their family or to have a good quality life living. But and so I think the HB 5 6 it's kind of yeah, I feel like it's kind of an entire Latino bill that it can prevent people from coming here illegally to work, to have a job, or to uh, I still be a type of citizen though. And so I feel like people who are very much, I say illegally alien, someone who's illegally alien can't find a job nowhere because I feel like, yeah, I feel like that, yeah, I feel like they make a stereotype by basically on where they look, on basically on how the way they are, but and so I feel like like some type of what like aliens come to the like like down south, like Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, or in Mississippi, or either Texas. Like yeah, Texas is a very yeah, Texas is basically is a a larger Hispanic population there. The Texas is very much got a influx of people living there, but like Texas, Alabama is different, but it's a Texas is it's the same thing, no, no, no. Yeah, and I believe Texas is kind of where welcome to Hispanics, but Alabama I don't know, kind of different than like California though, or either Georgia, because Georgia got a lot of Hispanics, but and so I think Alabama is I don't know, my state kind of like far behind by people that is Hispanic. They feel like it could be how they don't want to. have someone who is Hispanic, want to have a job work, but like some Hispanics work in the field, like some are very much, workers, in their type of factory jobs, or they either work in the field or they like some are very much, I say working in food, but like some Hispanics very much, good people though, they want to have a job to, raise a family, get by, but and so I think it's about how they live in poverty. Like poverty is a type of thing to where folks who very much struggling on rent, on money, on either food stamps. But like poverty can be number one thing to where it can affect Hispanics and blacks. Yeah, I say it can affect black people and Hispanics. And so I think Hispanics and African American people are two people that are very much in poverty by over basically like a jobs and lack of resources. But if I think Hispanics is very much living in poverty. They're living in in a basically the ghetto, the hood. But I think those Hispanic people is very much my state, very much I still try to get by, and so but man, I feel like this type of bill it can divide people though in ways to where people don't want to have nobody coming here. I say legally, but so I feel like when he write it. Yeah, I feel like it can be how people don't want to sell people for basically who they is. I feel like people want to like judge them, all their actions, but and so I feel like Hispanic mistake is growing, rapidly growing, at a faster pace. But so I think my state has the largest Hispanics here, and a couple people that are very much Asian, from Guatemala, from Korean, from other places. But so I feel my state has has the hot yeah, I say it has the largest people here, but it's sometimes it can be a type of thing where people it kind of affected the bill or time ago to where toward the HB56 had affected people though back then, but I'm gonna give you my thing about Hispanics here, so especially a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. I'm out here. Take care. Peace.